Hi friends, this is Matthew Almeida here. So today, Tyson and I, along with our friend who is doing the recording for us, visited San Jose de Aareal, where the statue of Shivaji has been put. Tyson, would you like to share like what we noticed there?
Yeah, so as usual, I mean, if you would see the protest video that had happened over there, that's the similar kind of flooring that we had seen, all the pelting of the stones and whatever mud that we had seen. But one thing that was very strange for any person who would be visiting the place, the first thing what I've noticed was the statue is not visible from the road. Okay,
Hmm.
that's number one. You need to keep that in mind because this is going to be a public figure, and having a public figure not to be seen in a public place kind of keeps me a little bit suspicious. It keeps me wondering what's the purpose, where's this, is this thing heading. Second thing, it's uh, it's pretty inside, but it's almost close to being inaccessible because it's right on top. And the third thing is, strangely and very oddly, some kind of a pathway had to be created in order to reach this thing. And so there's a lot of question that would arise.
Yeah, so I'm going to insert the video that we clicked there when we went there. So आम्ही थिंगा गेल्या तेन्ना आम्ही व्हिडिओ काडलो आनी सगळे तुमकां हे व्हिडिओचेर कळटलें कितें आहा तें. थंय कोण शेतूय रोयतालो अशें गमोन येता कित्याक शेत लुलोलें आसा तें तोंडूय थंयसर आसा. मागीर हो व्हिडिओ तुमी बरे भाशेन पळयात. सो दीस फार इट इज. सो वयर 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 आहा सारको. आय हॅव टू झूम इन लिटरली. I cannot go on top because there are all police here who are patrolling so that there is law and order system, otherwise there will be chaos. That's the main road there, and all around we have police posted, and I zoom out. Imagine people were being dragged from there to here. This is where he was. This is the mud I think was used to throw on him. Now see, this is being made border like no, as if a road is made. So this is what people were complaining about, that they brought crane and all that heavy machinery. We can see as if the grass is cut. म्हणजे शेत लुला हें शेत कोण तरी लायता आसतलो, ताका लागून हें आहा अजून. हें होडलो आहा. हें कितें होडलां कोणा खबर. माती आहा हाडून उडयल्या होडलां खबर. आनी हें कोरड न्हय, हें तोंड. शेत लूल म्हणटरी मेळटा तें तोंड.
Well, so one thing I was very curious and I wanted to ask you also, I was meaning to ask you, see, from almost past year, and we've never seen statues happening in Goa, especially of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, whom we all respect as a national hero and a warrior. He's always in our hearts. But one thing that got me curious as to why so many statues all of a sudden. Now we've seen one coming up in Porvorim. We saw on our way to Aareal, Davorli kind of junction over there, and suddenly out of nowhere in San Jose de Aareal. What's going on, and is it only Chhatrapati Shivaji that has done some contribution and has no one else done anything?
Yes, that's my concern, Tyson. Like, when we went there, first thing, as you were saying, somebody had to create a path. So it looks like somebody needs an access road to that hill. And that's the exact reason why strategically this statue is put. That is an accusation which quite many of the politicians who are in the opposition and the activists, they are making. So मुद्दम तो रस्तो करूंक जाय म्हणून तो थिंगा घातलेलो आहा वयर दोंगरार. बरोच पयस तो रस्त्यार दिसती पडना. दुसरें, ह्या वर्सान, गेल्या वर्सान आनी ह्या वर्सान कितलेच शिवाजीचे पुतळे येतात. आमी शिवाजी महाराजांचे आड नात, पूण हांव म्हणटा ते विजय सरदेसायन म्हटलां, मागीर स्वप्नील या ताणीय म्हटलां की हे पुतळे केले उपरांत तांकां सिक्युरिटी कोण दिता. आतां आमी गेल्ले थिंगा कितलेच पुलीस बसलेले आहा. जितले फावटी अशें कोण कितें कोत्तलो आमी कितें बोगोर पुलीस व्हरोन थिंगाच घालतले. Like right from last year, you see how much tension has happened because of the statue of Shivaji Maharaj. And is there really a need of so many statues of Shivaji Maharaj in Goa? Like, you know, म्हणजे जे दुसरे आमचे फ्रीडम फायटर आहा तांकां सारको सायडलायन केला. So many statues of Shivaji Maharaj sidelining the other freedom fighters. In particular, like, you know, I feel pity that hardly any of us, like I asked you, do you know Bishop Matthias Cluster? And you were like, okay, I heard his name. What did he do? Yeah. You see, actually, we have forgotten these freedom fighters. आम्ही हे freedom fighters जे आहा पळय तांकां इसरल्यात. आयज ते शिवाजी इतलें जाला की बाबा आमी दुसरे जे आसात तांकां सारकेच विसरून गेल्यात. सो इट इज नॉट दॅट तांकां मोग आसा म्हणून. इतलो जरी तर मोग घाल्लेलो, आय थिंक टायसन यू शुड नो, when the Shiv Jayanti was celebrated in Margao, clashes happened between two groups who are all Shivaji Bhakts. शिवाजी प्रेमीज. सो एकल्यानी आपणाचे हाडले, दुसऱ्यान आपले हाडले, त्यांच्यामध्ये क्लॅश जालो. आता तो शिवाजीचो पुतळो पुलीस स्टेशनान आसा.
Yeah, we are speaking about even Bishop Matthias, right?
Yeah.
But everybody even knows Dr. Jack Sequeira. Why would they not give him some credit?
Exactly. And whenever it comes to Dr. Jack Sequeira, there are people who oppose putting his statues in this and that, and they say, oh, we have put enough statues.
Exactly.
Ani kitya jaye. So we can use the same argument to Shivaji Maharaj, right? Why so many statues are needed? Aha. Strategically, they are there.
Even if it comes to Goincho Sahib, no? Yeah. Goincho Sahib is a Goincho Sahib for everyone.
Everyone.
Whether it is Hindus, whether it is Muslims, whether it is Christians, Catholics. So we can go on putting a lot of statues. But the point being, why so many?
Exactly. And when we are putting statues, what is the purpose of it? Correct. The purpose is so that when we look at that statue, we remember that person and we remember the contribution of that person. अहो शिवाजीचो काढला आणि वयर दोंगरार मारला, कोणाक दिसती पासून पडना. जाल्यार तुमी आनी लोकांक ताचे बाबतीन सांगपाचें कितें आहा? कांयच ना.
It feels like there is some intent, some hidden agenda. And another concern of mine is when I see same people back in the same places.
Correct.
The same people come around the police stations, the same people come for another protest, and the same person takes charge of all these confusions that sort of happens.
And another thing I noticed is, and दुसरे notice केला ते, before liberation of Goa, जायती देवळाय बांधलेली. म्हणजे early of course Portuguese had lot of policies, and मागीर ते थोंड जाले. People were building their temples. आणि फोण्या पासून इगोर्ज्यो बांधल्यो, मंगेशी देऊळ थिंगा आहा ते पासून मोडूंक ना. That means it shows that quite tolerance started developing. So my question is, why these people did not build statues of Shivaji Maharaj during that time, pre-liberation?
It makes sense.
And after liberation also, after so many years, suddenly they wake up. हांव मुडिना ताणे कांय करूंक ना म्हणून, पूण if you compare so many freedom fighters with Shivaji Maharaj, they have done much more than Shivaji Maharaj. So he has a lesser connection to Goa than compared to these freedom fighters whom we have almost forgotten.
True.
Again, coming to Bishop Matthias Crasto from Diwar, he was the first person to raise the flag against the Portuguese. Are we teaching people about him? हांव दिवार गेल्लो, थंयसरी शिवाजी महाराजांचो पुतळो आसा, बट आय थिंक रायटफुली बिशप माथ्यूस कास्ट्रो हाचोय पुतळो थिंगा येवंक जाय. ताचे बाबतीन लोकांक जाणा जावंक जाय. कित्याक जाणा जावंक जाय तें हांवूय सांगता मुद्दम, बिकॉज ही इज अ क्रिश्चन एंड द फर्स्ट बिशप ऑफ गोवा. आनी क्रिस्तांव जावन बिशप जावन ताणें पुर्तुगेजा आड चळवळ केली. आणि आयज लोक ताका विसरल्या म्हणून ताचे बाबतीन कितें तरी करूंक जाय. शिवाजी महाराजाक सकयल उडोवपाचें न्हू. I think you also have the intention of not putting him down, but I think we know enough now.
By far, I have purchased almost 5 to 6 books. Another book also that has also arrived a long time back which is on Shivaji. I've shared it with you, some of the books. So it's only kept me curious to know his life. But I can assure you, his life and the life that is followed by his devotees is a total contrast of what intentions he had. Because Shivaji definitely had Catholics among his kind of army, and he used those guys to even build his ships
Correct.
and also to form the navy.
And nobody's talking about it.
Exactly.
None of our politicians or political leaders are telling the people that the navy of Shivaji Maharaj was actually built by Goan Christians.
Exactly.
This is what is not highlighted.
Mm.
In fact, this way he has much connection with Goa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
दुसरे म्हटल्यार कितें, Shivaji is a historical figure, and any historical figure comes under historical scrutiny. So ताचे बाबतीन लोग in favor उलयता, ताचे बाबतीन लोग आडूय उलयता. महात्मा गांधी धरया. I don't know how many people or how many temples are there of Shivaji Maharaj, but I know of at least 2 or 3 temples dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi. And people actually consider Mahatma Gandhi as God. But if you see on news and all, you see on social media, there will be a lot of reels that will be passed down that speak against Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, that criticize Gandhi for certain things. And you are free to do that. We are not saying that Mahatma Gandhi is perfect.
True.
Yeah, you are free to do that. But if you have that freedom to criticize a man who is father of our nation, we should also have that freedom to criticize a personality like Shivaji Maharaj. So, yeah, म्हाका दिसता आती भायर वयता, and politicizing the whole thing and polarizing our society is becoming too much. What have you to say?
Well, being on the same line, when you see what Goa was in the 90s,
Yeah.
and before 90s, I mean, I'm born in 1991, but if you see that whole phase, and if you see a phase now, everybody knows when they were electing a government, why they were electing a government. Even if the current government, being the BJP, is come into power, it's not because anyone had faith in probably the Sawant, or anyone had faith in whatever thing. We had faith maybe in another person who actually we thought would bring a change. But today that guy is not there.
Correct.
And so it happens to be that this guys won. We all know the truth. They won by chance. They did
Correct.
not win actually the majority. The other parties kind of split the vote and all. But today, if you see the way they have converted the whole of Goa, I mean, and tomorrow is also going to be another protest based on the 39A.
Correct.
Right? And if you go to see Goa, we are finding it very difficult to recognize it.
Correct. जायत्या हिंदुआंनी पासून म्हाका मेसेज केल्या, म्हाका सांगला की हें जाला तें सारकें जावंक ना. एकलो म्हजो इश्ट आसा सारको कट्टर हिंदू. जायते फावटी ताजे आनी म्हाजी जायती भासाभास जाता. पूण ह्या मुद्द्याचेर शिवाजी महाराजांचो पुतळो सांजुजे आर्याल असो इल्लिगली घालप, तो पासून अग्री कोत्ता की बाबा हें जाला तें सारकें न्हू. आनी म्हाका एकदम बरें दिसलें की आमचे हिंदू भाव पासून येतात फुडें आनी जें वायट आसा तें वायट म्हणटात, सारकें आसा तें सारकें म्हणटा. आय मस्ट रियली अप्रिशिएट such Hindus who are bold enough to come forward and talk about it. Even some Marathas also. Even some Marathas, they themselves are coming and saying that our hero, that is Shivaji Maharaj, is being misused.
So finally, we will see only if there is some if Freddy also gets some justice.
Yeah.
And if the police acts in time, if the government intercedes and kind of brings proper right that Freddy deserves, then probably we'll know that there is actually no distinction that is happening, and there's no division that is happening, and this government is for all. Or else we could be under the impression that this government may be really not favoring everyone.
Yeah. So we end this video today. We purposely went there because yesterday when I made the video, a lot of people asking, "Tu aslolo thinga ani kite उलोवपाक." So आयज वचोन आमी बरे भाशेन उलयल्या. थंयच्या गांवच्या थोड्या लोकांचेन आमी उलयल्या ह्या व्हिडिओचेर हाडूंक मेळोंक ना. And we tried to get the picture what had happened, but we were totally shocked. We both agree. From the road, if you look at the statue, it is very far, very far. It's not visible from the road. Yeah, with that, thank you so much and keep watching our videos.